Everybody, good morning. Today we are going to celebrate Dry July. Okay, so we have beautiful guest coming, Belinda. So before we start, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. So Belinda is here. Hi, Belinda. So I am nutrition certified nutrition counselor and as well as platform of this founder of this platform. I was just introducing myself, Belinda. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for taking the time for on Saturday morning. We had to change the time because I was going away. So and thank you for the, like switching the time for me
Easy,
as well. Yeah,
no
awesome.
problem.
All right. I think that was my introduction. So it's too easy. And now let me read about Belinda's bio, which is beautiful. So Belinda is a certified midlife alcohol coach based on how do I say it?
Mornington Peninsula.
Okay, Mornington Peninsula. So, because sometimes I don't say it right because of my accent. Yeah, where she lives with her husband, two adult sons, and three beloved mini dachshunds.
Yeah,
How
yep.
cute. After overcoming divorce, depression, breast cancer, and her own struggles with alcohol in midlife, Belinda transitions from a successful 11-year fashion business to coaching. Wow, what a transition, right? That's amazing. Yeah. Now at 56, she helps women break free from gray area drinking and reclaim their confidence, vitality, and purpose. Her story has been featured in Mamamia, Weekend, Sunrise, Nine Honey, and so much more. Yeah, I was looking at your website and it was like, yes, you have been around a fair bit in all the socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And before we start, after we have read your amazing, hi Karen, welcome. So after this, reading your beautiful bio, I would like to just talk about the, disclaimer about talking about this topic is all about to bring awareness and educate people. And if you are struggling, please check in with your health practitioner or Belinda herself. Just online you do the online practice as well. I mean, the support people online, right? So
Yes.
people can directly contact you on your social.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct?
Socials or
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, social website. I'll put all the details in the content below. Yes, and so if you need any support, please directly connect with your healthcare practitioner. So let's start with the first one. Can you share a little bit about your personal journey with alcohol?
Certainly. Thanks again, Ange, for having me on. I really appreciate it. My journey with alcohol, probably, if I'm honest, started in the early 2000s with my divorce, but I sort of managed it, and I was a big drinker, then a not, and it peaked and troughed. But when I turned 50 in 2019, if I look back honestly, there were little breadcrumbs that I was drinking too much. And over COVID, I was definitely drinking a bottle of wine a night, if not more. We had terrible restrictions in Victoria, but I was probably drinking a bottle of wine a night and more, probably from 2019 right up till the end of 2022, when I hit no rock bottom. I'm not an alcoholic. I was just drinking too much. I was a high functioning heavy drinker. And it got to the point in December 22, I was just so sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And I thought, is this it? And my older boy was very settled down, and I thought, well, if he has children, would he let me look after them because I'm such a heavy drinker? So there are lots of little reasons, and I finally faced it, and I haven't looked back. In fact, today I'm exactly 2.5 years sober. So there you go.
Amazing, right?
Thank you.
That is incredible. That what if you put your mind into it, what you can do. But at the
Mm.
same time, would you do the same if you didn't have thought of the grandchildren, or do you need that, it's not like carrot, but like when you
Yeah,
have something to focus in, or your why,
yeah,
and I think it's so much easier for us to focus in that goal. But
yeah.
yeah, would you suggest to find people the same thing?
Look,
Why?
it was,
Or
yeah, it was just a combination of things. That was just one of them, but mainly my health too. I was
mm,
waking up some mornings with little shakes, which frightened me,
mm,
and then I started waking up and very disorientated, like a vertigo,
mm,
and that was definitely one of the big reasons that I did change too, just for my health. And I was scared. I was scared, and
mm.
I want to be around for a long time and enjoy this
Yes.
next part of my life. So
Mm.
definitely also for myself and my well-being and my health, and also my mental state. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah, so so you felt those kind of side effect for
yeah,
yourself, because I think it would be different for everybody, right?
yes,
When you drink too much.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
But there's
Yeah.
often some sort of common themes and particularly for women, in anxiety
Mm.
and increased or exacerbated menopause symptoms.
Mm.
There's a lot of things that alcohol contribute to directly. So yeah,
Mm. So with me, the sleep
yeah.
and anxiety, and then the burning sensation.
Mm,
Yeah, so like the one of
hot.
the hot flush. But
Yeah,
then it's not constantly, because I don't drink a lot. But
yeah,
the nights when sometimes even if I had a drink a little bit, glass every night in a few
yeah.
nights in a row,
Yeah.
and then I would start feeling that, I'm like, have you been drinking like every
Mm.
night? Like, and I'm like, oh, actually, because my husband calls me like a Cadbury girl, because after a glass I'm like, woo. So he's like, okay, that's it, no more drink for you.
That's funny.
Yes. So but yeah, even the small amount, because I think my body is not used to it, so
Yeah.
I would see the symptoms straight right away.
Yeah,
So
and as
those.
we get, yeah, you're right.
Mm,
And as we get older, particularly women, we
mm,
can't metabolize it as well.
mm,
It's called hydranase, and we just cannot scientifically. It's going to affect us more. And
mm.
truly, it's like alcohol, even a small amount, is like throwing, gasoline on the fire.
Yes, so I have to be really aware, and
Mm,
because my husband works overseas, so what happens is like after the school and all those
yeah.
things, and you're like, oh, I miss him, and I feel like,
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Claudia is here. Hi, Claudia. Welcome. So we have beautiful Belinda here today with us. So yeah, so I just wanted to let Claudia know. All right, so the next one is, I just wanted to ask about the importance of Dry July.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
does it aim to achieve?
Yeah. So Dry July actually started in 2008 in Australia, and
Mm,
it was to make people aware of
mm,
alcohol and the link to your health.
mm,
And that just grew and grew. And now it's in America, and it's summer over there. So it's all in the US, it's in the UK, it's in Canada. And it's to encourage you to have a reset, look at your relationship with alcohol. And with Dry July, they ask you to sponsor a charity, and the
mm.
night you have without alcohol,
Yeah.
you get sponsored by some friends, and that goes towards your chosen charity. A lot of people, what they do now is known as damp July, and
Mm,
they just cut back. So they may not do the Dry July and sign up for that, but there's
mm,
a lot of groups out there. And the reason too is to do it in July, or to do it as a group, as a 1 month thing, it gives people, they feel more included because there's more people doing it
Yes.
out there. Or you might be, you go to a pub or a dinner and you can feel a lot of pressure to have a drink. But
Yes.
I find with those, and there's Feb Fast and there's October, it just helps people get on board because they know there's a bit of a group behind it.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, that is basically where Dry July started, and it just gets bigger and bigger each year worldwide, which is wonderful. But yeah, it doesn't have to mean, you have to do that specifically, but you can go soberish, dampish, and just cut back and just make mindful, informed decisions about your drinking.
Yes, and I guess that will give you a little bit of idea of how do you feel when you cut back as well, right? And when you don't know the difference, because if we have been drinking for so long and going through the same cycle again and again, we would not even know what it feels like to drink less. Or, if you're drinking every night, maybe take it every second night, or, or in a weekend or something like that.
Just
And
take a little
the
break. Yeah.
and the another point there was that it reminded me of, we were it's a little bit of story that one of my friend, it was a big school event, and we, all the mothers, we love to drink, and one of my friend had this little, like, bag, like a party, not party bag, gift bag. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, why do you have gift bag? Are you like, we are not supposed to bring gift? And she said, oh no, because she carries her own non-alcoholic drink when
Ah,
she goes to the party.
that's
And I
good.
was so inspired by that. And
Yeah.
so, and lots of times I have found the friends who would say, oh, don't worry, it's one day, it doesn't matter, and you can drink. And if you don't drink more, and then, oh, you're not drinking enough, and you're forcing the top
Yes.
of the drink. And, I think we have to stop doing that and being aware. If someone is trying really hard, I think we should support. And I think that is what the Dry July brings when we do it in a mass and together. And I think that is so inspiring for, people who are
Yeah.
really trying. And then the other people might see that side as well, why they are trying to do that, right?
No, absolutely. And you will find people will sort of egg you on to have another drink, or you don't have a problem, or come on, but it's often that they feel guilty, so they sort of be the only ones. And
Yes.
that's wonderful that your friend took the alcohol free, because
Yes.
that industry is growing and growing and growing, and that's one of the things that got me through in the early days, and that I offered to my clients, because look, the choices are amazing and they just taste like alcohol. So you feel included still, all of those things, but you don't have anxiety or headaches or
Exactly.
hangovers. So
Yes, well, yes, it's like I was trying a non-alcoholic beer, and you can't tell the difference.
no, yeah.
Yeah,
Same with
you
the
can't tell the
gins.
difference.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, and so I think this will be really great thing for to supporting people who are trying, and for the people who needs to know what it's like to be on the other side as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, well, I think we already touched on this. How does the alcohol affect our physical and mental health, you know?
Yeah, look, sleep, brain chemistry, dull skin, feeds anxiety, menopausal symptoms, direct link to breast cancer now, a direct link to it, bloating, weight gain. There's so many things, but there's also that mental health, which I think for a lot of us, a lot of women say to me, oh, I don't get hangovers. But you may not get a physical hangover. However, we all get mental hangovers. Even if you don't feel it on that day, because of what the alcohol's giving you, this massive dopamine spike, and our body wants balance. So cortisol rises to try and get that balance, and then the dopamine actually troughs, and that's why the anxiety increases, because it wants to be level. So I would say too, it's just that affects on your mental health. I see it with my ladies, I see it with me, the anxiety, the self-shame, the beating yourself up. It's not just those physical symptoms, it's also to be aware of the mental ones.
And then most of the time, do you think we are masking our real issues and then trying to just forget about it?
Yeah.
And then, but when we drink, it might feel like it's gone away, but then when we, the next day when we wake up, the problem is still there, right?
Yeah.
And on top of it, we have the anxiety and we have all the other thing on top of it.
Absolutely. So you're just feeding it. You're not getting it better. But I must say that women, midlife women, are one of the biggest groups in the world that overdrink. So not alcoholics, but we drink above the health guidelines, and we don't have a physical dependency. And I understand that. I did that, and so many of us do, to numb out, escape, stress, get all that noise out of our heads. We might be empty nesters and lonely, doing the juggle, looking after elderly parents while we're still trying to manage all the other things. So that is, and menopause, we've got so much going on. That is a couple of the main reasons why we overdrink. And I did use mine as a reward, that I'd got through, I'd done all the things. Now it's my time.
Pat on your back.
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
can drink now.
Yeah, and honestly, you are not alone. So many of us do it. I think that's very important to understand. But it's time to make a bit more informed choices, and still your choice. I don't preach or all or nothing, anything like that. I just want women to be mindful and informed about what they're doing. But we use it as a crutch, as a band-aid. And I found when I ripped that band-aid off, it was about me not believing in myself and probably not giving myself much self-love. So you can get quite deep into that, but the way to start is by looking at your drinking and cutting back, and just, you go on a journey. You do.
Yes. It's not one time you do the one session or one time with somebody and then it's finished, right? Because we have held ourselves with the problems for so long, and now we can't expect it to just go away like that. It's a journey, right, like you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if you do the work, it's worth it, like everything.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I think most of the time we sign up to so many classes and courses and all these things. And I find myself that anything, if I put my mind into it and do it, like most of them, like most of the time, if you put 100%, you get the 100% out of it.
Yeah.
But most of the time we just don't try. And, we always, I think no matter what sort of courses you do or no matter what you do, if you don't put the work in, I don't think it's going to work. So, and
you might have short-term pain, but you have long-term gain. And doing it the other way, having the drink is a quick short-term gain, but long-term you do not gain it. It gets
it's like we know that healthy food is not as tasty made as the junk food, because it tastes so good, so we just want to go for that, but for the long run it's not that good, right? So we all know that. We all know that.
And it's changing your mindset and your lifestyle a bit too, because willpower I don't believe in. It's just an infinite source. Whereas if you can really change your thinking and beliefs around your drinking, that's where key change will happen.
That's beautiful. So I think you just touched on what I wanted to ask about. How do we make that change, right? What is the practical way or the basic things that we can start changing right away in this matter?
not to just change everything all at once, to just stick to the drinking, nothing else. Eat your sugar if you need your sugar or what have you, but really small steps. So if you drink every night or you want to stop drinking during the week, just do it day by day and try one night. And some really great things are to change your routine just a little bit. So I know for a lot of women, including myself, I would sort of be on autopilot and walk in the door, go straight to the fridge and pour the wine.
Yes, without even thinking, right?
Yeah. So instead of walking in and going straight to the fridge, walk in and go up to the shower. Or just these little things, and just keep doing that. Even if you go back to having your drink, but you're just changing.
Change a little bit.
Yeah. Zero alcohol drinks, fantastic for me. Some people it triggers. For me, it was great. I was still having that ritual and that pouring and a beautiful drink. Eating at 4 p.m. even if you're not hungry, so you're just you've got your blood sugar levels right.
Yes.
And one that was great for me is if you just, and even in the last 2.5 years, it's got even better. If you Google sober curious or midlife women, grey area drinking, all of that, you will get so much information as far as podcasts you can listen to, audio books, TED Talks, and try to just immerse yourself in that. So you're really, you're soaking up information about the truth about alcohol, not all the things we might believe.
Yes, what you are feeding to your mind, right? If you're wanting to get better in that area, if you're feeding your mind towards getting your mind towards that, why do you want to do this? And it's just the reaffirming of that, what you're wanting to do. And one of the things that helps me when I go out drinking with the friends, I just pour like tiny little bit, and rest is like a fizzy water.
Great.
It really, it really helped me. It has the taste, but at the same time, you're still being part of it.
Yeah.
And then after you drink first, and then you just keep pouring the fizzy water. Or I take my own fizzy water. We have that, these days.
Yeah.
You just take a bottle of it, and you just and sometimes, with my kids, they put a little bit of cordial in it.
Yeah.
And then fizzy water, and it's pretty pink.
Yeah, there you go.
Cocktails.
Mocktails. Yeah, exactly.
Those really helps. And you mentioned that having a snack around 4 o'clock and keeping that sugar level. And that is what I find with me, that if I'm hangry, and I seem to scull down the drink fast.
Same. Yeah. Power drink, speed drink.
And then because you're starving hungry, and then, and your body doesn't have anything, and then you're like, woo. So, that was really good point, to have a snack or something that, so we are not, craving even more towards the alcohol.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. And do you recommend, what you see is what you want? So would you recommend buying less of it?
Yeah, definitely.
And out of sight, out of mind too?
Exactly. Yeah. Or even if you have it in the house, put it right at the back of the fridge or the back of the cupboard, and put other things in front of it. Put the alcohol-free options in front of it. All these little things. But getting it out of sight, knowing it's always there, so you can always get some if you want. But just all those little tips and tricks add up, and they're those small steps I was talking about, rather than boom,
Yes, and then so you don't get overwhelmed by trying too much, and then binge drink afterwards.
Exactly, like food.
Yes, that's amazing. So, and what is the message you would like to share with those who are curious about taking a break from alcohol, and would like to embrace this a little bit of Drive to Life?
Yeah, I would say just try. You've got nothing to lose. There's no pressure. I want to reiterate, there's no shame, because as I said, we're one of the largest groups in the world that overdrink. No pressure, no shame, no guilt, just give it a go. That's, you know, treat it like an experiment, and day by day again.
Yes.
Because even like I know, because I was drinking every night, even when I had that first night off, I was so proud of myself the
Oh,
next day.
yes.
You
And
know,
you
I
feel so
can do
excited.
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
feel so proud of yourself and you
yeah,
boost yourself, you know, that
yeah,
with that confidence the
yeah,
next day. And same with because I've come with the ED background,
yeah,
eating disorder.
yeah,
And so what happens is you sometimes you eat and then you know you shouldn't. It's not that I shouldn't eat, but then eat too less or too much, and then
yeah,
either way I'm feeling guilty of it.
yeah.
But you know, it's when that is happening. But where was I going with this talk now? I forgot about that.
We were saying how proud you feel the next day.
Yes, and then when you eat just right and you make the right choice and not make yourself feel beat yourself about it, and then next day you are like, wow, I did it, you know?
Yeah,
And yeah, and every little steps
yeah,
is like so important
yeah,
and counts. And
yeah.
yeah, and we all should be proud of that when we
Yeah.
do that, right?
Celebrate the wins, because you know when you overdrink and you wake up the next day, you beat yourself up and you're mean to yourself, and
Mm.
we know for a fact that hasn't helped us. So
No.
be self-compassionate rather than self-critical. But when you
Mm.
had a win, really celebrate it. And
Mm.
it doesn't mean that that night, you know, you can't drink or whatever. You just celebrate in the moment. Wow, last night I didn't have a drink. I'm so proud of myself.
Mm,
Go
yes.
me.
Mm.
Buy
And
yourself a delicious coffee or a bunch of flowers to just really celebrate you.
whatever makes you, I guess, whatever makes you excited and, you know,
Yeah.
happy. And that is another thing. Self-criticism is another thing that we do a lot with
Mm,
ourselves, right?
mm,
And then I start putting myself into that little girl. When I was little
yes.
girl, how would you feel when your parent is screaming at you,
Mm,
you know, screaming at you, and even when you're trying hard, but then you are not getting acknowledged for it,
mm.
how do you feel inside, you know?
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
but when your parents, you know, and I'm thinking in myself that putting myself in that position, and it has improved my self-compassion so much
Mm,
when I'm putting myself in that position. And
mm.
how would I want to be treated back in the days,
Yeah.
you know? And that is how I want to treat myself
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And that has helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it will help anybody, but yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a very valid point, because we know history's shown us that beating ourselves up hasn't fixed it, because we're still drinking. So let's try something else and say, okay, Belinda, you know that you drank a bit too much. Let's just take that on board. We had an
Mm,
oopsie. Let's, you know, just compassionately talking to yourself,
yes.
not saying you're a loser, you're this, you're that. So
Mm.
yeah, I encourage that.
Yeah, you are your own best friend, right?
We
You are
try to
the
be,
only
but we're
person, yeah, you are the only person, whether you
yeah,
choose to talk to
yeah,
yourself nicely or
yes,
not so nicely, because you
yeah.
can't control what the other people is going to say,
Exactly.
right?
So control
You
what you
have the
can.
power.
Yeah.
You have the power to love yourself and
Yeah.
self-compassionate,
Yeah.
show yourself
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
compassionate, and then start next day, right?
Yeah.
Small steps.
Exactly. It's no big deal. It's just
Mm.
slow. But the most important thing is to be nice to yourself. And I promise you, when you stop drinking or you cut back, your relationship with yourself improves so much.
Mm. Yeah, that's a like, thank you, Belinda, for all your beautiful wisdom and insights to our community and being able to share our, you know, whatever we learned in our life.
Yeah.
And that is so wonderful. And if anyone has any questions or anything, please comment down below, or you can always send a message to directly to Belinda if you like to get in touch with her. And any final advice to our community, Belinda, about the drinking?
just give it a go. Get sober curious. If you think you're worried about your drinking, or you'd just like to give something a try to help with your menopause symptoms or your sleep or your anxiety, or just have a few days. Just get curious. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, you don't have to go all out,
Yeah.
but
No.
just try a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Belinda, for being
Thank
here.
you.
And
Yeah.
thank you for your Saturday time. I really
Pleasure.
appreciate it. Yes, that was awesome chat. And so we will catch up around somewhere, eh?
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be on the Gold Coast as soon as I can to meet you in person and see the lovely Caroline and Emma Walkinshaw. And yeah, I'd love to meet you all one day and come to one of your special events.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yes, we have an event coming in September. It's our annual event, and our early bird ticket is out. So if anyone is interested, just go in and get your early bird ticket. Thank you so much, Belinda. We'll
Thank
talk to you
you.
soon. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.